Hi, this is Angela Wright and
Lindy McRae.
And together we are Unstuck and Optimised. What's Unstuck and Optimised, you might say? It's exactly what it says on the tin, because so many businesses get stuck and are unoptimised. And whereas we used to be able to get away with that, the trouble is now there are so many distractions for all of us that it's harder and harder, isn't it, Lindy? You see this as well with your clients, I know.
All the time.
And so we need that sales pipeline to be full all the time of new clients and customers coming forward, because it depends how long your buying cycle is. It might be immediate, or it might be 3 hours, or it might be 28 days. If you're buying a BMW 5 Series, it's 28 days, I believe. It might be months or years. But either way, you need to coming forward to want what you do. Well, how do you figure that out? How can you get people coming to you and make the best use of being able to keep in touch? It's just impossible when there's so much to do in your business every day. So you need some auto-magical system in place. And that's exactly what a sales funnel is when it's done right. But Lindy and I have seen a lot done wrong and more missing. Most people don't have a sales funnel at all. Or maybe you do, but it's not converting so well. It's not working so well for you. So we've just spent all weekend for you making sure that we can put together exactly what you need to get a sales funnel in place in 48 hours.
Yeah.
So we tested it ourselves. Now, don't think we just made it up this weekend. We've been doing this for a long time, and we know that it's possible to make a lot of money automatically when you're good at what you do. And then we can't work with everybody, because if you're not great at what you do, and if you're not committed to your clients and customers, if you're not prepared to be a 5-star business, then sorry, but please go somewhere else. But when you have got a great business and you're really committed, you and your team, or if you have a team, to doing what your client and customer needs, then we need to make it easier for you. So the 48-hour Unstuck and Optimised challenge, if you like, does just that. And we've had a lot of applause about that, and people really say it makes a huge difference. And in fact, while we were working on it today, I got this great text from one of my lovely clients, and she said, "Hey, Angela, you asked me how I've done in May, bearing in mind we're still on the last day of May. And I said I didn't know, and you said please check. And I'm really glad I did, because last May I did 17,000 turnover, and this May I've done 30. And I've done what you said. I've taken action and done what you said. But a lot of that is automagical. It happens because there's a sales system in place, a sales funnel in place. So, Lindy, let's talk a little bit more. What is that sales funnel? What sort of thing would you say? Actually, before that, why do you think this is just so important for people to be able to get this right?
The main thing is, if they haven't got their avatar correct, if they haven't got their lead magnet correct, those two things will make the rest of it fall apart. If you have those all worked out and refined, then you'll find that the rest of your marketing and all those sorts of things happens naturally, because you're providing a quality end user experience, which is really delivering and solving the problem for your target audience.
Okay. So some people might be saying, what the hell is an avatar? I thought that was a movie about blue people. And what the hell is a lead magnet? Because magnets, pick up metal filings, don't they?
Yes.
And the lead is what I take my dog out with. So what we're talking about is an avatar is your customer. Who is your perfect customer or client? And who is he or she, and how old are they? And what's really important to them? Because there's no point talking in language that suits an 18-year-old if your product or service is for somebody that's typically in their 40s or 50s, and they're terribly serious.
Yes.
So it just depends on who is that avatar, who is that perfect customer. And your lead magnet is, what do you want to give those people to show that you are the business to deal with? Maybe that you're at the top of your game. You're the
expert.
The expert, the specialist, the expert. And so what can you give them? Maybe it's a free report, and have a look at our free report. If you haven't already, you can grab that right at unstuckandoptimised.com. And that's optimised with an S, because I'm British. And I'm Australian. Yeah, she's Australian, I'm still British. So unstuckandoptimised, optimised.com. Grab our lead magnet there, if you like. But a lead magnet sounds a bit clinical and maybe skeptical, you know, cynical, but it's not. It's something that you can give completely free. And if you just read that free report and take some action on that and implement some of that, you'll be well away.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it's a bit more than the lead magnet and the avatar, isn't it?
People like to go, oh, well, here's my lead magnet, and then they don't think about all the rest of the little pieces of the puzzle. And that's what they hear time and time again. Yeah. You've just got to have this, you've just got to have that. Yeah. But they don't think about the systems behind it. And it's very, very important and key to making it all function and work well. And that's what we reveal to you. We don't just give you a jigsaw puzzle that's missing one or two pieces. We'll give you the whole full puzzle. And it's getting all those little pieces worked out and then pulling that together.
Yeah, it is. It's all 7 steps. So your avatar, knowing who that avatar is one of them. Having a lead magnet in place is another. Another critical thing is to do your keyword research. And so many times I say, so what's your keyword research look like? Oh, I don't really know. Well, did your webmaster do that for you? Oh, no, they just designed something that looked nice. But that's hopeless. I'm sorry to be blunt, but it's hopeless. What are people looking for? And what language words are they using? Is it something really short or is it a long description? And how can you make sure that you're going to get found within those? And so the keyword research is another really critical thing. And Lindsay talked about systems. So one of the systems is a landing page, isn't it, Lindsay?
The landing page, yes.
Because here's the thing, most people send their potential prospective clients and customers to their website. But we're all distracted. Well done for staying on this long, because we're all bombarded with about 3,500 marketing messages a day. You and your clients and customers, 3,500 messages a day. How can you keep people's attention if you take them to a website and there's all these menu things and click here, and they'll just start looking around and the phone will go, the baby will cry, the dog will bark, somebody will come to the door, they'll get interrupted, you know, and they're gone. Mm-hmm. And so with the landing page, there's 2 things to do. At most, it can just be download this or opt in for this free training or this free report. You can include a phone number if you want people to phone you. So maximum 2 things to do on a landing page. So that's really critical. And then the other systemization is the autoresponder. Talk a little bit about that.
Oh, the autoresponder as well. There's lots you can do with that. You can go from simple to very, very complex, but it's highly recommended to start off with just a simple system to help getting yourself automated. And there's different programs that you can use. Yep. I love working in Infusionsoft, which I call the Ferrari of the systems that you can have. And it's just very, very dynamic. You can really make it very personal to the person who's actually engaging with you. So you're always writing your emails to one person, never to, hey guys. It's always dear or to a person's name. And there's lots of ways of merging things and integrating things and all that sort of stuff. It's great and implements really well with lots of systems.
Yeah, that's right. And what we're doing in our 48 hours is not saying to you, oh, do this. We are actually building with you. Oh, there's my dog talking about dog leads earlier. We're actually building with you the complete sequences and different sequences as well for what you need, so that somebody inquires and you can keep in touch with those people over a period of time while you can build up some rapport and those people can start to trust you. Because in the olden days, maybe you would talk typically to a potential client or customer 4 times. And then more recently it was 7 times, 7 sort of conversations or touches before someone would trust you and decide to do business with you. And now it's 9. At least 9 times.
I like doing more.
Yeah. And actually we've built loads and we've got these all templated and exampled, so we'll work with you in that 48 hours.
And the key thing in here is to know that you are not alone and you're not going to be just told this is what you've got to do. We show you how to do it. Yeah. How does that background stuff work? And that's one of the things I've had people say to me is, I've had people tell me over and over again and I still didn't know how. So thank you so much for just revealing those secrets that people keep so guarded, because why keep it to yourself? There is no competition out there with everybody because there's billions of people in the world. I mean, seriously. Yeah,
there's tons. 7 billion people in the world. You can get a few more clients and customers when you have your system, your complete sales funnel in place. so that it happens auto-magically, and you don't have to be forever writing notes in your diary or post-it notes or chasing your staff. Have you phoned so-and-so? Have you texted so-and-so? Remembering to do it yourself. You have a system so that it's really personal. It's hi, Angela, and whatever it is you want to say, at whatever time you want to say, on whichever days you want to say it, whatever intervals you want to say. So Lindy loves Infusionsoft. We also use Entreport, and there's a number of email systems or autoresponder systems. But to try and figure it out on your own and start from scratch is quite frankly nuts, because you're not going to do it. If you haven't done it so far on your own or with the people that you currently work with, you're probably not going to get it done. So let's just look at it this way. There's 52 weekends in a year. And if you're a few decades old, like we might be, only a few, then you've had literally hundreds of 48-hour sessions. And so even if you're flat out in your business, Monday to Friday, just take the Saturday and take the Sunday and get it done. And I tell you, you will feel so much better, because it's really stressful. It's really stressful when you're worried about finances. I mean, we've newly perfected this system. We've spent hours and hours on this, and that's after years of implementation with our own businesses and with our clients and customers. And all of these silver bullet salesmen and all of these people that pretend to provide things but literally give you more training to do on your own and incomplete solutions, we think that's a scandal. And so we've really newly perfected this solution for businesses, which gives you the quick and easy way to more income with no capital investment. You don't need more kit. You don't need more bricks and mortar stuff. You don't need to buy more products. You need to implement the complete system. So we wanted you to discover how you can get this in place in just 48 hours or less. So there's a really interesting fact about the lack of profitability. And the majority of businesses are unprofitable. Now, this is the tragic fact. I think, is it 35% are profitable? 37%?
No, it was 35% are profiting about 35K a year.
That's just shocking, because that's not profitable. You can't live on that.
That's in Australia. And then it was the top 5% are the ones that are getting at least 140K a year.
Oh,
that's
woohoo.
the top 5% in Australia. And that is such a very small, minute number.
Yeah.
So it's like, what can you do to get up there?
Exactly right. And be at the top of that group too. So don't feel embarrassed or ashamed or guilty that you're not doing it yet. Or if you're doing better than that, bloody fantastic, because we've got a lot of people that we work with that have got millions of turnover, and they're making healthy profits, but they know they're leaving money on the table. Because here's the thing, business is like a bucket. It's full of holes. So you'll plug this hole and you'll say, okay, I'll do that little bit. I'll make sure that we answer the phone in 3 rings. That's a good hole plugged. We'll plug this hole. Okay, we'll make sure that we call our regular customers at certain intervals of the year. You plug this hole with the customer service. You plug this hole with having a great product. But there's still a load of other holes, and that's like the sales funnel. If you don't have your avatar right, if you don't have your keyword research right, if you don't have a decent landing page, if you don't have your autoresponder system in place, and the other steps, then I'm sorry, but the water's still going to pour out. The customers and clients and potential profits are still going to be flooding out of your bucket.
Yeah.
So we fill the holes.
Yeah. So can I just add there? You mentioned keyword again. Yeah. This is something I love sharing with people. One of my clients who I work with, I asked her what her keywords were. So we did a little bit of research, and I put her keyword in, and it came up with 685,000 searches a month. And you think, well, that's pretty good. So then I just digged deeper and deeper. We did a deep dive session and found out really what her avatar was searching for. So what would you rather, 6,000 whatever searches a month, or would you like 685,000 searches, which is what her avatar was actually searching for in Google.
Wow.
I mean, I'm goosebumping now, because that was just a wow moment. Because keyword research, previously it was like, oh, God, boring.
Oh, you've got to do it.
But it's actually when you can get in there and you have a look at these results, you can't help but get excited. And, my little mastermind group, we recently went through this, and I showed them, and they were just jaws dropping and going, oh, wow. And even some really top marketers that I've shared, this little bit of information with, they were blown away by it and went, wow, seriously, how did you do that? How did you find that out? Well, we can show you how to do that.
Yeah.
Or we can actually get it done for you.
Yeah, we're actually going to get one of our teams, Sam, is a web wizard, and he's just the best at competitive analysis and keyword research. So if you haven't had this done, or you haven't had it done recently, or you haven't had it done well, worry no more, because that's a critical component of what we make sure that you have. And we get that done for you well ahead of the 48 hours that we're going to be having with you. So look, we don't want to take up too much of your time. We'll have some more of these hangouts. We'll go a bit more deeply in the future ones into what's an avatar really, and a bit more about keyword research, and about a landing page, and about an autoresponder, about the follow-up, fortunes in the follow-up, and about the long tail sales, your back-end sales, if you like.
Copywriting and headlines.
Exactly right. So we'll do some more, but make sure, please, that you've opted into optimizing business. To unstuckandoptimised.com. You can go to optimizingbusiness.com as well if you like, but this particular session about your sales funnels, your vital sales funnels, is at unstuckandoptimised.com, or you can message us below this vid if you like.
Yep.
But anyway, however you do it, get in touch, and we'll see you on the inside, I hope, the inside of your 48 hours to get your business freedom sorted, or at the very least on another hangout or on email.
Yep. Look forward to being in touch. Getting connected. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yep. Angela Wright and Lindy McRae, Unstuck and Optimised. Yeah, the Unstuck Chick and the Optimizer. I'll see you later, and thank you so much for your time with us here now. See you next time.
Bye-bye.